What's up, Tom Games? Your boy 2 times, and I'm back with another boxing session. And today we're gonna be talking about Shakur Stevenson. Dear Shakur Stevenson. Now, I'm gonna start out by saying my bad. I ain't gonna say I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say my bad, because maybe I went a little too hard on the boy. His hands is bad. He got the strength of a 19-year-old, 17-year-old kid right now. And I'm pretty sure with years and exercises going on, his hands is gonna get better. So with that being said, I understand the whole F the fans energy that he has right now. But with that being said, we still are your fans, and we still expect a certain level of greatness from you, as you're saying you're this great. Okay, so let's break this down a little bit. Now, before I was saying Shakur can't be Tank and he talked too much, and I was in my feelings because I was a Shakur fan. I am a Shakur fan. And while you saying F the fans, you saying F me. Because I'm saying we want to see these knockouts. We want to see you do. We want to see you be a big threat in that ring to other fighters, so we can think you're that type of threat for Tank. That's my whole thing. Now, maybe Shakur is at the point right now where he wants this big fight for Tank because he feel like he can beat Tank. A lot of these other guys he might not feel like he can beat, but he feel like he can maybe beat Tank because of his style. He don't throw as many punches. It's gonna be easier to stay away from him. A person like Pitbull, who gonna keep coming forward the whole time, that might not be his cup of tea to fight, because it's gonna be more things. You know, you're gonna have to hit him a lot more and a lot harder to keep him off of you. But Tank is a whole different dog, and that's the guy you've been calling out, Devin Haney. These are all people who you want to fight. But I don't think your hand can let you fight on that elite level. Now, I respect you still want to fight all the top elite dogs and don't want no tune-up fights, no baby fights. I respect that 100%. But, like I would say, if Errol was really injured in that fight against Terrence Crawford, he shouldn't have took it. Or he should have waited till he was better and then took it. But we don't know the insides of what these fighters got going on. We don't know how much they really got. We don't know if they can afford that surgery. We don't know if they can... You know what I'm saying? If people, they need these big fights, which is a good reason about Turkey Al-Sheikh, because he's giving people the money so they can afford to take care of their health and become a full fighter and keep on fighting. Now, Shakur. I do think Shakur is the greatest fighter that we've seen in a long time. I do think so. But is Shakur the toughest fighter we've seen in a long time? It's my whole concern with Shakur Stevenson. And Gervonta Davis. Is that the guy who y'all really think can beat Shakur Stevenson? Because if you got Tim Bradley this whole time, he's such a Shakur rider. I don't know if it's because he a top-ranked puppet or what at the time, but he rolled Shakur so hard. And to be honest with you, Shakur looked amazing in those fights against Valdez and Herring. So, yeah, I could see the point, and that's when we was all riding Shakur. But as Shakur got to 35, his fandom or fan base has went down because of his mouth. Now, if you see him in the interview with Radio Raheem, I dropped a picture of him now of his hands all swelled up. That's bad. Now, Shakur still went out and beat Padley, and he still got a knockout, which means he can still knock guys out. So that just means to me he need to work on that. I say he need to be working on body assaults. He need to be trying to kill the body more, because the body is what. If you can get the body out the fight, the man gonna go too. Now you can hit dude in the face sometimes, he can shake it off and he come back in. The face is here or there. Body is where it counted. And if you know he got these bad hands, he need to be chipping away at the body. Now, the big question that everybody want to know, is this all going to work against Gervonta Tank Davis? I think, honestly, Shakur need to stay the hell away from Gervonta Tank Davis. But if that fight is to happen this year, 2025, which I think it is, I got Gervonta by knockout. But Shakur proved me wrong. I say the only way Shakur can win that fight is if he take him on a 12-round fight. And I do think in this fight, Shakur is going to have Gervonta looking crazy, spinning around, exposing him. They going to be like, he exposed Gervonta, he exposed him. But at the same time, we got to get through Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is not a pushover. And I say that because Lamont Roach might not be able to box as good as your boy Shakur, but he got more dog in him. So he got the boxing IQ and skills, but he's not a pure boxer. So by him fighting Lamont Roach first, it's just going to make that fight going into Shakur a little easier because he already used to thinking, you know what I'm saying? And Shakur is not going to really hurt Gervonta. And then right after that, I think he going to knock Keyshawn out his damn shoes. That's just what I think. And I'm not trying to, I do digress because this is about Shakur Stevenson. And I want to say in this video to Shakur, keep doing your thing. Keep on working on you. F the fans. If that's the energy you need to keep on pushing forward in boxing, F the fans, bro. I get it. I get it. To see how bad your hands is, to see how you still work through the fight, to see you squinting and all that stuff and sparring, you can't toll out your hands too soon. So yeah, let me get that Tank fight. So Tank, give him the fight. Give him the fight so he can get his hands better. You finna retire anyway, as you say. I hope not. But give him the fight so he can make some money and he can be that next guy we look. Because Shakur got the goods. Y'all can't sit here and tell me I'm tripping. Shakur got the goods. Shakur is an amazing fighter. He got the goods. So with Shakur being so good and all the talent I say them in that fight against Padley, I don't know if it's because Padley is just an electrician, but Shakur always looks that good. And I felt he felt like Padley had nothing for him, so he was taking more risks. That's cool. But most of these guys not gonna have too much for Shakur. That's what it is. It's called, okay, you gotta think about it like this. Gervonta, he knocks everybody out, right? So we look at him like he's so much better than everybody else because they don't even finish the fight. By Shakur finishing these fights with these guys, we look at him like, oh, maybe they can't bang with you. Maybe Padley could have had a better chance if he didn't have 3-4 day notice. I don't believe so at all. I feel like Padley would have still got the dog shit beat out of him in that fight. And I feel like Keith Schofield would have lost to Shakur too. Shakur looked amazing in that fight. Shakur probably didn't do anything wrong in that fight. I don't even think I've seen any flaws of Shakur. I don't think he did nothing like bad. Like if he was to grade a boxer A+ on performance and on what all the things you need to do, power punching, stepping in out, I think I would give Shakur all A's, if maybe a B on certain things. Like, but really, he was amazing. So, with that being said, do I think he's better than Tank? He might have more boxing skills than Tank. I could say that. He might be able to be a better boxer than Tank. But to beat Tank, you have to be more than a boxer. You're going to have to be more than a jabber and a jumping out. And I don't even really want to say Shakur always jab because he does a lot of back foot. But in this fight, he wasn't jumping out too much. So we see another side of Shakur. See, y'all, I know everybody want to focus on the bad with Shakur, but nobody want to focus on the real with Shakur of all the good things he did in that fight. Because he did a lot of good things in that fight. It was a damn near masterclass performance. Of course, it should have been, but I think where the miscommunication with Shakur and the fans come in and why he's so hated right now is because he was the guy always criticizing everybody else, criticizing Devin Haney. You just fought, baby, that's easy work. You ain't fighting nobody. You telling Gervonta, you fight Frank Martin, he's nothing. You fighting Cambosis, Devin Haney, he's nothing. You always try to downplay everybody else fights, but if you look at his last 3-4 fights, he fought nobody. He fought Valdez. He fought a Heron that he been sparring with for years. They know the hell out of each other, just like Keyshawn did the same thing. Keyshawn did fight Jamel Heron. I ain't tripping, right? And he beat his ass because they know each other. Come on now, y'all. See, y'all don't watch enough boxing to understand what I'm seeing, which is why I gotta call these fighters out on them, because when you say the certain things, I know to some people like me, it don't go over my head, but a lot of other people, they not looking at it like, they're like, oh yeah, Shakur, he said it. He'll beat him just because he said it, because they not looking at all the stuff that these guys is doing. I'm looking at you guys outside of when y'all in a fight. What y'all doing, what Shakur is doing right now. What Shakur need to be doing is figure out to be on his way to that Tank fight, just in case Tank decide to call his ass out. But I think Tank probably gonna call out Keyshawn. It's more exciting. It's more exciting. Him and Keyshawn is way more exciting than him and Shakur. Shakur's gonna have him looking crazy. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna say looking crazy because Tank knows this now, so he's gonna know how to approach the fight. I don't know what Tank is gonna do to fight a Shakur, because Shakur he's not gonna engage with Tank. He's not gonna engage because Tank is not a combination thrower. He's not gonna throw 5-6 punches like on some David Benavidez. Shakur's not gonna do that with Tank either. He's not gonna even risk even getting touched by Tank. So it's kind of like, you don't got no power to try to stop me. I got all the power to try to stop you. How is this fight gonna look? This fight's gonna look like him running away from Tank the whole time, and Tank gonna have to be in so much shape to press forward for the whole 12 rounds to keep on chasing this boy. And I never felt like in those type of fights, those are never good fights for me. If Devin Haney was to fight Tank, Devin Haney don't fight off the back foot. He can, but he know how to. He push forward with his jab. Shakur presses back with his jab, which is why he don't have as much power, because he's always moving back instead of moving forward. Devin Haney must just not have too much power, or just maybe he need to go up higher weight classes because he should be popping. My whole thing is, can he do what we want him to do against Tank with his hands like that? And I just don't think he can. And I think that if he did have his hands in 100%, if his hands was good like we needed to be, then that fight would be the fight we thought. But without his hands being good, Shakur, I don't even think Shakur got a decision chance, because if Tank knows this boy can't even hurt him at all, Tank is gonna let him just keep on doing him and not gonna throw, because he not even gonna know. Like, I think Tank is gonna let him out throw himself and just let him hurt himself, hurt his hands, and do all this stuff. He might let him beat himself. Make him punch his guard the whole time until he take a knee for his hands. I mean, like, it's so, like, I don't know how that fight's gonna happen, and I really don't want to see it, just like I don't want to see Bud and Canelo, because I feel like, hey, Bud got a problem fighting a smaller fighter. He's smaller. Canelo is shorter, and he got way more power than a Gamboa. He got way more skills than a Gamboa than Errol Spence, than the Kavaliauskas guy. Oh, man, I'm telling y'all, then Madrimov. Y'all just seen Madrimov. What happened to Madrimov? Madrimov got beat up by Virgil Ortiz, and now he's trying to say, hey, say something that makes Canelo looks like, if Virgil Ortiz look bad, it makes Canelo make you look good again. Say it. No. He got outclassed that whole fight to me, Virgil Ortiz. And y'all can say what y'all want. I don't know how to score the fight. I don't know what I'm looking at. Madrimov is great. Shut up. No, it's not. When you scoring a fight, you're supposed to look at the fight of who you want to be. When Shakur was fighting Padley, there ain't no round in there that y'all ever would have said that y'all would rather be Padley than Shakur. No round. And when I was seeing Madrimov fight Virgil Ortiz, I would have rather been Virgil Ortiz through the whole fight. Maybe a couple rounds Madrimov did do good. Madrimov is a good fighter, but I always say it's elite. It's elite, and it's good, and it's okay. Madrimov is not even, he's good. I would give Madrimov a B, not an A. You see what I'm saying? Like, he is a test fight. He is the guy you fight first, and then you fight Virgil Ortiz, and then you fight Terrence Crawford. You see what I'm saying? It's levels. Like, you fight Madrimov, you get through Madrimov. You fight Virgil Ortiz. If you could beat Virgil Ortiz, then you get to fight Terrence Crawford. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how that should be. And that's what Turkey Al Sheik need to see. Turkey Al Sheik is not, I mean, what's the guy name? Madrimov is not a Turkey Al Sheik fighter, so I get that. But, I mean, Eddie Hearn probably shouldn't have threw Madrimov out there so soon. You know what I'm saying? Virgil Ortiz was real grown for that fight. If you thought Madrimov was going to beat him, you're crazy. I knew that. I bet a knockout. I probably should just bet money line. But that just let me know that Madrimov is pretty good. Because he went 12 rounds with two of the best 154-pounders. So, he pretty good. I would say Shakur, man, you showed us a lot in that fight against Padley. You showed us that you at least could still hurt somebody. You still could stop a motherfucker. And you put it on the gas, and you got the stoppage when you could have just said, F the fans, I don't need a stoppage. It kind of hurt me that Shakur gets so much hate. So that's why I want to stop hating him, because it's like, me, I'm from Chicago. Southpaw TV, he from Chicago. Southpaw TV be keeping it raw. He'll let y'all ass know how this shit go. I'll be trying to be nice a little bit. I don't be trying to cut y'all throats like Southpaw do. Southpaw he cut y'all ass deep. And he be right. Because we seeing that shit how it is. Like, we don't need to, you know what I'm saying? We from the streets. We understand how this shit go. And we understand that, like, y'all doing a lot of talking, but y'all ain't moving like, you know what I'm saying? Real niggas moving silence. And what do Tank do? Moving silence. I feel like all y'all to do all the talking is the main ones who ain't gonna do the walking. And when they get in that ring, everybody who can talk all that shit to Tank about Tank and get in that ring and get beat, it is what it is. Y'all don't respect this tight. Y'all talk so much shit about Tank and Lamont Roach, but Lamont Roach will probably beat the shit out of Shakur. I wouldn't say beat the shit out of Shakur, but it would be a good fight with him and Shakur. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, that's a real good matchup. And Lamont Roach will beat the dog shit out of Padley. And he'll beat Kid Schofield. I'm just saying. So, I'm just saying, y'all gotta respect the fighters because y'all don't know these people's names. Y'all can't just throw dirt on this guy, on Lamont Roach, who got a decent amateur career and a decent pro career. He only lost to Jamil Herring. And probably the only reason he lost to Jamil Herring is because of all the shit he had going on at that time. So, stop throwing hate on that man. And it's gonna be a good fight. Lamont Roach and Gervonta Tank Davis is gonna be a good fight this Saturday. And I just want Shakur to come off this win against Padley a little bit more humble because the man wasn't in shape. He wasn't in fight shape out there, you know, doing all of that, you know, because he stopped Martin Bucoli, the real boogeyman, you know, way crazy fight. It just is what it is. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about Shakur Stevenson. What y'all think? Do y'all think he get a little bit too much hate than deserved? Or maybe he, you know what I'm saying, kind of deserves his fan, F the fan so much, or maybe he needs to just, you know, just fight more instead of talking. I think that's Shakur thing. Just fight more instead of talking. We know you got hands messed up, so if he loses to Gervonta Davis, we won't hold it over his head too much. If he go 12 rounds with Gervonta Davis and win, he will be the greatest because shit, I don't see it happening. I don't see him hurting him, but if he could outbox Gervonta and don't get hit for 12 rounds with broken hands, you can't say nothing about him. You can't say nothing about his performance. He did that. You can't say nothing about his performance. He did that, and you got to call him the greatest 135-pounders. If he can outbox Gervonta with broken hands, we can't hate on him. You can't say nothing about him. It's F y'all, for real, because you just can't say nothing. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Is Shakur Stevenson the best at 135, still the most hated? It's your boy 2 Times. Tell him I'll see y'all tomorrow.